Hi everyone. So it has been 24 hours since my initial inoculation of Serratia marcenscens in this tryptic soy broth tube. Today is March 5th, so I started incubating this on March 4th. It's pretty cool. You can kind of see some changes in the medium just in the last 24 hours from the video. So first thing that I have done is cleanse the surface with my 10% bleach solution. I've washed my hands and I'm obviously wearing my PPE. So to get started here, I'm just going to tap this tube to mix up the contents in here. And I should also say that I let this sit for, or I let the nutrient broth sit for 15 minutes. It was refrigerated, so. Okay, so now I'm just grabbing an inoculating loop. I'm gonna hold this with my dominant hand. Now we're gonna take off the lid of the tryptic soy broth inoculation tube. We're flaming the mouth to kill anything that might have made its way on there. Okay. Now we are inserting the inoculation loop into the tryptic soy broth. Alright, we're just going to flame the mouth of this one more time before putting the lid back on. Okay. Alright, so you can see that this is labeled Serratia marcenscens for March 5th, 2020, and this is my nutrient broth inoculating tube. So I still have my inoculation loop. I just took the lid off of my nutrient broth tube and I'm holding it at an angle to flame the mouth. Perfect. So now I'm inserting the inoculation loop into the nutrient broth and swirling it around to make sure that I can get all of that sample in here. Perfect. And now I'm going to flame the mouth of the nutrient broth tube one more time. Same thing, passing through the flame 2 to 3 times. Okay, I'm placing the lid back on. So, very similar to what I did with the tryptic soy broth tube in my last video yesterday. I put the lid all the way on, but I'm just untwisting it slightly so that there is some oxygen that can access the inside of the nutrient broth tube. So, kind of off camera here, I have my isopropyl alcohol cup. I'm placing my inoculation loop in there. Now I will repeat this process for my tryptic soy agar. Okay, so goes without saying, did all the same things as far as cleansing the surface and wearing my PPE still. So what I have done is grabbed another inoculation loop. I have my tryptic soy broth tube again. Unscrew the lid. We're flaming the mouth again here. Perfect. So I'm inserting the inoculation loop, picking up some of this medium again, and we're going to go ahead and flame the mouth of this one more time before placing the lid back on. Okay, so this is just sitting in my tube rack over here. So now I have picked up my tryptic soy agar. This is also labeled Serratia marcenscens for March 5th, 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off of this. And you guessed it, we are flaming the mouth at an angle, passing through the flame 2 to 3 times. Okay, and a little bit different than what we did for the nutrient broth tube, I am inserting the inoculation loop after flaming the mouth of this very carefully. So I just touch the end of the agar. And now I'm moving this back and forth just ever so slightly, as you can see, using the fishtail method to get all of this sample. Now I'm flaming the mouth one more time. Perfect. And I'm placing the lid back on here before taking my inoculating loop and putting that in the isopropyl alcohol. Great. So that's it for my tubes. Now I'm going to move on to my plate, which is labeled again right here. So I'm just going to set this right in front of me. There's no flaming that goes on with this. Obviously, it's plastic. So we've placed this base side down so we can very carefully open the lid to limit the amount of nutrients that are getting in, or not nutrients, excuse me, contaminants that would be getting inside of there. So take our tryptic soy broth tube one more time. And we're going to grab the inoculating loop. Hold that in my dominant hand. Okay, flame the mouth of this guy. Okay, so as you can see from my video, my flame has gone out. So I need to relight that before I can move forward. Perfect. So I'm very carefully transferring the inoculation loop back to my dominant hand with the lid as well. Okay, so now I'm just flaming this tryptic soy broth tube one last time. Perfect. Place the cap back on and put that in my tube rack. So now, I want y'all to be able to see this on the video. Okay, so I'm very carefully going to slightly lift up the lid. And now I am spreading the contents of the inoculation loop just all over the top of this plate. Perfect. I'll put the lid back on and place this inoculation loop in my isopropyl alcohol. Okay, so now that all of that is done, I have all of these things incubating, and I'm going to come back within 24 hours, take some pictures, and then come back in 48 hours and again in 72 hours and take some photos of the growth that's occurring in all these different mediums. As for the disposal of all the tools that I've used here, I have all my inoculation loops sitting in my isopropyl alcohol, and I will be cleaning this surface with 10% bleach solution following the conclusion of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to taking some photos and sharing them with you all in the next couple days. Thanks.